Hey everyone, D-Dub Squizzy here, and welcome back to Hordes of the Underdark. So we're progressing now into the deepest wastes of Cania, where the Knower of Places has sent us. Let's get this, whoopsie, let's get this bad boy back on. I don't like that that's just a thing that's always in the game, the command prompt cheat thing. Like, I didn't add that in, that just happens if you accidentally press the button right above tab. Okay, so this portion is no longer ice trolls everywhere. Now it's frost giants and some winter wolves. There are still... Oh, I didn't buff myself. Whoopsie. I still have my armor class, so I'm all good thus far. And man, even without all my bonuses, I still hit really hard. Oh, I don't need bowl strength. Okay. Well, if I don't need bowl strength, I just get rid of that. I don't even know what to take. No, Eagle Splendor's charisma, right? Might as well take that, because I actually use my charisma for some stuff. It's always fun to have it around. Okay, so we have an ice troll cave, we have an elemental cave. Other than that, it's just frost giants out in these ice fields. Yeah, these things must have epic combat casting. That's the only explanation I can think of for why I don't get attacks of opportunity. I don't know why there are frost giants down here. This is friggin' Cania. They should have added in more devils. There's a lot of frost devils that live in Cania in the monster manuals and stuff. You think they could have come up with something. Frost giants and ice trolls just seem out of place. Alright, so this here... Yeah, they just call it the Icebound Lair. This is where the ice trolls live. They've got another puzzle... Another couple, actually, I think, puzzles... loot areas in here. But there's lots of trolls. Alright, let's move up to the second part of it. A bunch more of them. Yeah, there's one of the puzzle chests I was talking about. I get a lot of criticals. I only crit on 18 to 20. Only. That's still 3 out of 20. But I get a shockingly large number of criticals. say 100% damage. I mean 90%. Alright, these should be the last of them. I can't remember if there's any more in the outer area. There probably is somewhere. Plus 40 on a save versus death. Well, they are trolls, actually. Save versus death is what they do. Yeah, that one had to hurt. 2 crits in a row. So the icebound lair is clear. I believe you can try to go in this direction, but there's a fence. Yeah. And that just leads to the winter wolves, which you can't actually... They're marked on the map for some reason. Even though it doesn't matter, it's just like a bunch of young winter wolves. But then we have the area that the game just refers to as beneath the ice. And of course, lots of frost giants. Ow. And now the fire elementals. Yeah, they retaliate every time you hit them. These things are ancient, incredibly powerful elementals. They're a nightmare because they have basic damage reduction and they're immune to all of my fire damage, so they're tough to harm. They're about as old and ancient as elementals can be. And there's a small gaggle of them down inside a big cave. Not the one I wanted to go to. And you can't really grapple across without the puzzle ring either. Let me see if this makes a difference. But it hits so often, I don't think it really does. But it might make me deal a little more damage. I just hate how durable everything is. I understand why it is. I mean, this is the last chapter of all of the Neverwinter Nights saga that you've been playing through. They're so incredibly powerful that if they weren't that durable, everything would be just the biggest of pushovers. Still, you think they could have come up with a more intuitive system than 400 hit points on all enemies. Alright, let's take this little side route first. I believe there's some treasure down there. One more of you guys. Okay, this one doesn't say it's a Fire Elemental Scout, but it's the same kind of ancient one, except a higher damage rating. I think it's tougher. Ow. Oh, if these are what's in here, this is going to take a while. they're still all only worth 40. Which is deeply unsatisfying. Alright, so there's this pile of coals that will burn you badly. I once walked across them and used a lot of healing to do it, but the way that you're supposed to do it is by using this thing to turn into a pixie. And then slowly hovering your way across them. Because you'll take lots of fire damage as long as you stand on them or walk through them. Which means Nethira and Valen or Erebith, if you have them with you, can't just walk across this thing with you because they'll die. And then they'll be stuck in there, because every time you go in to get them out, you'll have to survive the fire to get in there and resurrect them. And then, of course, they'll have to make it out of the fire. Okay. Why does he keep doing that? There we go. Wouldn't aim in the right direction. Oh, they're all this strong. Got one. I don't believe there's that many of them down here. This area looks a lot bigger than it is just because of how spread out everything is. There really isn't a ton of stuff. I also don't think that any of them drop anything, but I've never been sure of that. Because normal fire elementals will. These things regenerate. Alright, and here is the object of our search. I can get a better look at it once I go to one of the 4 islands. You can see on the map, though, you have these 4 places with rock walls in front of them, keeping you away from the middle, and then 4 small islands around that. This place, beneath the ice, is some sort of magical prison. I don't know why. No clue what this place means. So, there's some prisoner up there. In order to free him, you have to do that to all of them. And aiming this thing is just the absolute worst. So I think that means there's only 3 of these fire elementals left, including this one. So, whoa. I accidentally just hit my headphones. Well, we shouldn't be dealing with them for too much longer. A sickle +3? What kind of trash is that? I feel like that should be illegal. Actually, why am I using that? I've still got an implosion left, and this thing, one of these failed its save last time. That one didn't. They have to roll really bad to fail a save. Now, once you break the last one, yep, he falls and explodes, which wasn't entirely the plan. But then you can get the loot that he had swallowed, which is just this ring. Armor class +4, 50% fire and cold, and then some damage resistance. Now, it's a good ring, but I don't know if it's really worth that much trouble. But you get some XP out of it, and hey, it's something to do down here. Okay, so we're done down there. The only place left to go is the Frost Giant stronghold. The demons will then put a big breach in it during their blood war, which will lead you right to where you're trying to get. Here you can see the yawning portal getting obliterated by Mephistopheles, who just walks in and massacres half of everyone. Durnan himself isn't here. Everyone else is, basically. Yeah, so that's bad. That means Waterdeep is under direct attack, which is the plan Mephistopheles had all along. Okay, so we're going to go into the Frost Giant Fortress. And immediately we're going to see a Baylor throw a Pit Fiend through a big old fortress wall and then cut his guts out. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that's going on around here. Through that breach in the wall, demons and devils are just massacring each other. And then there's a bunch of frost giants that hold this fortress. Not enough of them. Oh man, that's offensive to the eyes. I don't think I need the one extra regeneration point. It's a shifter weapon. Never played a shifter, really. Always found the concept interesting. But the execution for shapeshifting in this game is very poor. When you shapeshift, it unequips all of your equipped items, which means if you're a mage, anything that gives you extra spell slots, you lose all of those spells when you shapeshift, and then you have to reapply all of them. And of course, you don't have them till you rest again. So I would advise against it.
Taste of my wrath. Perish as you should. Let the earth take you.
Now these doors are locked. I guess that's the main entrance to their stronghold. Well, again, I don't know why there are frost giants down here at all. But I can use that exit that the Balor made. And it'll bring me right smack dab in the middle of a huge blood war engagement. Balors and pit fiends and their many servants throwing things at each other and fighting out in the mess of land here. So I'm just going to run through and kill everything I can get my hands on. That Balor should really be doing more. I'd say don't worry about exploring the map out here. You'll fail. Even the imp has so many hit points. Why? Well, I don't remember them being this hard to harm. Another one. Wait a second, are they still coming through those portals? Because they shouldn't be. What happens if I do this? Does anything... Oh, what? Not that. This. Does this do anything here? Does that do... Whoa, anything anywhere? Ever? I don't know. I don't... They're all only worth 40, and apparently they all have 1 billion hit points. So I don't really have much an interest in fighting them. Normally I would just kill them all. But I also... They must have updated them all to have a lot more hit points so that they seem more threatening. There's no real loot out here or anything. They're all only worth 40. Then again, there's a lot of enemies just sitting around. But my lack of elemental damage is annoying. Yeah, these ones don't have nearly as many hit points. Those rocks, though, those are tough as nails. Oh, and there's V-Box medals up there. What do you know? Someone dropped something. Oh, just some money. This should be the last of the devils. After this, I think they have 1 or 2 Baylors left. And then I can put this nasty Blood War behind me. Man, they are a lot tougher than I remember them being. But it's because I'm using, like, the elements they're specifically resistant to. And normally I don't. Okay. So the final guardian of the path lies ahead with his little army of devils. There he goes. He won't fight you head on, not first. He'll summon in his little group, and then he'll order them to kill you. So you have to kill a bunch of devil troops, and they'll keep spawning in. And as I recall, they're not particularly pushovers, but they're not super dangerous either. I just got like 3 or 4 crits in a row. Alright, they'll run out eventually, trust me. Here we go. I think this is the last group. And then the Guardian of the Path himself will show up. He's more annoying than he is dangerous, the Guardian of the Path, although he can lay down quite a bit of damage. Uncomfortably fast.
Perish as you should.
63 positive energy. What did he just hit me with? Oh yeah, he does that stupid knockdown thing. I hate that. I do not know what that is. Knocked us both down, though, whatever it was. Eventually, I think he runs out of healing magic, and then he'll stop doing that. But if he does, it takes a long while. So you just have to wear through all of his healing, I suppose. Okay, now I think we're just going full hog battle mode. Nope. He's just... what's he doing? Teleported and then just stood there. Concealed 75%? Come on. Can I dispel him? Not sure if that even did anything at all. What's he doing? He's just... I hit him, but he just keeps on running. This isn't like him normally. Okay, I'll just start raining death from above. Oh, goodness, he's unhappy with me. It's kind of a terrifying run at me, but then he just stopped. Whatever, that was weird. I think he kind of bugged out there at the end. Brimstone. Real nice weapon. But sadly, our job is not done yet. I no longer need the puzzle key, the puzzle ring. I'm going to use the Sensate Amulet for the last time. You need this to free anyone from the ice prison. So you just skip it across the ground like a rock across a lake. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the Knower of Names is in this one right here. There's demons in all the others, which means I want to free all the others first. Because I can get the most experience. Unfortunately, I do have to go through this long, annoying cutscene every time. So if you want to skip past that, there's no problem with it. It's just a lot of various demons. It's the traitorous lieutenants of Mephistopheles, so they're all kind of strong, I guess. Yeah, very durable. Yeah, I'd advise you skip to the end of this. Okay, props to anyone who stuck it out for all of that. I never enjoy doing that. My completionist nature doesn't let me just skip over him. So now we can go free the Knower of Names. Then we have sought all over Cania. Once you do that, you can no longer interact with the catapult, which is why I freed all the devils first. So she calls you Kagadar, the Heartseeker, Light of Cania. That's your true name. Okay, so now you have all of the names. So the Reapers is the only one you must have. She wants the Puzzle Ring and the Sensei's Amulet. So you give them there. And then you can ask her to send you away, which she can do. So you can get Erebit's name. If you have Valen and Nithira with you, you can get their two names. I think all three of those... If you have any of those henchmen in your party and you don't have their true name, Mephistopheles will turn them against you. First time I played through, I had to kill both Valen and Nithira because they turned on me in the last fight. And then she demands sacrifices to know other names. So 300,000 for the Sleeping Man's true love. It's the Sensei. And so then I'll go with the Sleeping Man, right? My one true love. No name that can be called your one true love. Yikes. I'll take Gruel's. Mephistopheles. So she won't tell me Mephistopheles, right? But what you can do is get hers for 200,000. And then you can call her by her name. 500,000, then you can learn Mephistopheles'. I'm not going to know that one, though, because it lets you skip his boss fight. So if you don't want to have the boss fight with Mephistopheles, you can use, yikes. You have no true love and never will. That's rough. Right, if you have Mephistopheles' true name, you can use that to instantly end the fight with him and either make him your servant for eternity or kill him. And then she sends me away. Okay, so I'm going to end this one here then. I have all the true names. I'm going to run around town and do some stuff, and then I'm going to go confront Mephistopheles in the final episode. I can rest here. And I'm going to see an alternate ending to the Sleeping Man's story. I've had him be the true love of Sensei Dervana before, but it never works out because I've always had to kill her. This is the first time she has survived, so I'm interested to see what happens. So we'll be seeing that next episode, and then moving on to finish the game. But that's all for this one. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.